Hello students, good morning. Okay, here we are. Now, since we can't come to school, okay, we're gonna learn from home as we can read on this wall with the nice pretty letters that I made. Okay, learn at home. Okay, and we really know really well why we can't go out, you guys. We are really well advised that we can't go out of our house. Okay, why? Because there is a lot of germs out there, there are bacteria out there that are killing a lot of people. There's a lot of people getting really bad sick in the hospitals because they don't listen. They keep going out, going in and out, okay, and then they get sick, and then they go home and get their family sick, their son, their daughter, their mother, their father, okay? You guys, we can't be doing this, okay? Remember, we have to stay at home. We are doing this really great and good job from our house, okay, and sending you videos and sending you pictures or whatever we have to send you in order for you to learn, but from your house so that you don't have to go out. If you can see, I did a really good design right here. I did this really good and nice drawings. I really hope that you like them, that you like them all. I had a lot of time right there, spending a lot of time only for you because I don't want you to go out from your house to risk yourself and get sick. Okay, I really want you to stay home because I want you to stay healthy. Okay, I have some the drawings. They continue. Okay, this is not it. Look at this. All right. Why? Because for the same reason, I want you guys to stay at home. I don't want you guys to be getting sick. And I don't want any excuses to don't have any of you guys back at school when all of this is done. Okay? I really want you guys to come back to school. Okay? I'm missing a lot, every single one of you. Okay? I'm missing being at school, being in our classroom, and calling the roll. Okay? Go on the playlist. Okay? Talking to you guys. Okay? Be in front of you there in the class. Okay, so because of that, you guys, I want you guys to be healthy. I don't want any of you to get sick. Okay, so please listen to your mother, to your father. Don't go out. These are not vacations. This is time to be at home. Okay, this is time to stay at home. Okay, don't go out of your house. Don't go to the park. Don't try to stay at home the most possible. Okay, don't go out to the store unless it is a very exaggerated emergency. Okay, don't go outside just because you feel like eating a chips, because you feel like drinking a soda. Okay? Don't go out there just because you heard another little boy or another girl playing outside. Okay? Please remember, you guys, this is really dangerous. Okay? This is not a game. This is a really bad situation. Okay, so please let's go ahead and work from our house. Okay, with this video that we're going to look at today, okay, there, right here, we're gonna have all of the information that you need so that you can get every single question answered to the homework calendar that I send it to your parents. Okay, so for today, April 20th, you guys, that we're gonna be working in our books like we just the same exact thing as we do in our classroom. The only difference is gonna be that you are in your house, every single one of you are in your house, and I am in my house as well, and keeping myself safe. Okay, but we're gonna be doing exactly the same thing as we do during the class. Okay? And we're gonna work all together. Okay, I'm not gonna give you answers, but you're gonna follow me. Okay, and you're gonna do your work. All right. So let's go ahead and open our books. Remember, Model 4. All right, and start working, you guys. All right. And wait, just one little thing before we started. I already touched my book, okay? I already touched the computer, and I was touching the wall, so I don't want to get sick. Remember, use your hand sanitizer, you guys, okay? Why? Because I want to keep myself safe. Here we go. Okay, I already got enough. I'm gonna put it away, and I'm gonna rub my hands with hand sanitizer. Okay, now my hands are clean. All right, ready, so we can go to work. All right, you guys. So with this homework calendar that I sent it to your parents, okay, we're gonna be working on pages 8, 9, and 10. Okay, at the very beginning, right here on pages 8 and 9, okay, we can see the picture right here. Okay, just as you can see it in your books. Okay, we can see this image that is upwards down. Okay, so it's a little confusing. All right, if we see the trees, that are obviously the trees grow from the ground to the top, from the bottom to the top. Okay, they grow from the ground to the sky, right? And they can be really huge and big. But in this image right here, for some reason or another, okay, when we look at the water, the trees look as if they were upside down. Okay, like if they grow from the top to the bottom. Okay, which gets us a lot of confused right there. Whoa, what's going on right here? Okay? So, what's happening? Why does it look like that? All right? So, you guys, in this case, for this week, we're going to be focusing on the question of the week. I want you guys to start thinking. As soon as I say the question of the week, I want you guys to start thinking what comes up to your mind when I say the question of the week. You can read it as well from your book. Okay? Which it is. Why can't you always believe what you think you see? Okay? So, let's think a little bit about it. And let's think about the picture. Alright? Why can't we believe what you think you see? Okay? This is a little strange question of the week right here. But if we think about it, you guys, it makes sense. Because, for example, okay, you know a lot of magicians out there which make magic, all right? And some of them, just by moving their hands, all right, doing whatever they have to do, and boom, they disappear something. Right? When we all look like, whoa, was that for reals? He just has something on his hands and he doesn't have it anymore. Okay? So do we necessarily have to believe what we're looking at? Okay? I've seen another magicians there with something in their hands with some type of bat. Okay? And they put something into it. Okay? And they do some kind of rubbing with your hands around it and to the top and to the bottom and then again circles. Okay, and then they open this bag and boom, there's nothing on it. What? Does that necessarily has to be for reals? Well, we don't know. Okay, it could probably be, or it could probably not. Okay, so we're going to focus on this Unit 4, Week 1, Model 4, I'm sorry, Week 1, on if, why can you believe, okay, what you think you see. All right, so let's go on to it a little bit more, you guys. Okay, remember, during this week, our objective, you guys, it'll be to develop oral vocabulary. Okay, we are also going to compare and contrast. Okay, we are going to visualize. All right, when we're reading, let's see. Okay, I have this text right here. Okay, but I'm just reading it. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Okay, I read it. And what happened? I just read it, but nothing came up to my mind when I read it. That's boring, guys. Okay? Instead, if you read the text, okay, I was going to this party where there was amazing shares, pictures, and drawings, and the candies were really big. And there was this clown right there jumping and screaming and making a lot of noises. The music was really loud. Okay, the walls were really colorful. Okay, there was also this really good cake. Okay, so with this kind of example I did right here, just leave it to there. Okay, with this type of example, you can visualize that you were in a party, right? You were at this place where there were a lot of people. Okay, the walls were really colorful at this place. You had a really good and tasty cake. Okay, they had a lot of candies and big candies. Okay, all right. There was a lot of noise, like right? You can visualize that. Okay, it's not just like reading, looking at the text and read without thinking on anything. Okay, you have to create pictures on your mind. Okay, just as if you were watching a movie. Okay, but in this case, you're creating these pictures on your mind. Okay, let's see. When you read something, it's really boring to read something and just look at the text and continue reading it without making pauses, without higher you voice level, okay, or slow down, or make it quicker, okay, or go faster, okay, or drop down your voice level, okay, because if it's just like reading, like without any type of what I just told you, okay, it's just boring. I mean, there's nothing, there's no difference going on right there. You'll just read the text right there, and once you're finished, you'll be like, okay, I finished reading. And what happened during the reading? Well, it just told me about this, and that. Okay, but yeah. Eh? Okay, once you finish reading something, you guys, you have to be excited. You can share what you read with examples. Okay, with that imagination on your head, when we ask you what you read, you could say, oh yeah, when I was reading right now, I could imagine myself going into that water, jumping into the river, okay, getting myself all wet, okay, looking at the little fishes going in the water, okay, I could imagine those trees moving with the air, okay, I could imagine those cars going really fast, okay, whatever. But you have to make yourself some pictures on your mind to have a better understanding of your reading. Okay, so all of this comes into why can you always believe what you think you see? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it a little deeper, you guys. Okay, as we always do during class. Okay, we start with our week. Okay, and we go over the question of the week, which in this case, as we said, why can't you always believe what you think you see? Okay, so we have right here in this concept map, we have the three basic words, which the first one is optical illusion, we have fooled, and we have invisible. Okay, so after those three basic words, okay, You're gonna write the do's, then, okay, break them down to the things that might get you into why can you always believe what you think you see. Okay? For example, optical illusion. What about it? Okay? Alright, you're looking at yourself in front of a mirror, okay? But, I mean, you're looking this way, and the mirror's right in front of you, but the person in front of you is looking that way. So I mean, like, whoa, what's happening? If I'm looking that way, why is that person looking at me? All right, that could be a good example. Okay, not necessarily you have to believe what it's on the mirror, but that's how it is. You know? Okay, if you have the mirror over there, and on the mirror you're looking at this picture, this word's over here. You're gonna be like, whoa, I'm looking over there, not over here. Why do I see the words over there if the words are behind me? Okay? Optical illusion. Alright, you guys? That's a good example right there. Fool. Okay? Fool. What does that mean? When someone makes a trick and you fall into it. Okay? For example, as I was telling right now, a magician. Okay? He sticks something into a bag. It could be a plastic bag, it could be a weather bag. Any type of bags right there, a paper bag even, okay? Stick something into it. They commonly do this, a lot of it, with eggs, okay? With those chicken eggs, okay? They put them into the bag, they move it around, okay? Whatever they do with their hands, and then they open the bag, put it upside down, and nothing falls, okay? Do we necessarily have to believe that? Well, sometimes we do fall into it and we say, well, whoa, was that for reals? Wow, you're a really good one. Okay, sometimes we don't have to fall into it. Okay, but that's how it is, you know. So, and the next one, invisible. Okay, let's say, for example, right here, invisible. You think you saw something. But to be honest, that's invisible. Okay? A ghost. Alright? We all know what a ghost is. A ghost. They commonly say, because that hasn't happened to me yet, and I really hope that it doesn't happen now. I'm a really scary person. Even though it sounds funny, huh? Don't laugh at me. Okay? A ghost. Okay? Probably right there when you're sitting at night. Okay? Give me a second. Probably at night, out there at home. Okay? You're sitting, taking a drink. Okay? Looking at the stars. Or, well, actually, anything that you may be doing that night. And more often, this happens during the night. Okay? During the day, it rarely happens. Okay? So, but at night, you're just sitting out there chilling, and you think you saw something. But that's invisible. Okay? A ghost. A ghost flying around. Okay? It appears at the moment when you see it, but boom, it disappears in a second. Okay? You were looking at it, but in a second or two, like boom, it moved away. So, that's something invisible. If you go ahead and tell your brother, your sister, your mother, your dad, hey mom, I just saw a ghost. I just saw a dog running right there. But there was a ghost. And they'll come up over here, hey, there's no dogs right here at home, girl. Come on. Hey boy. Hey mijo, a ver. Si aquí no tenemos perros, ¿cómo que miras esos perros? ¿En serio, mamá, yo miro un perro? No, aquí nunca hemos tenido perros. Te lo juro. Okay, that's invisible, you guys. Okay, a girl comes up. Mami, la muñeca se movió. What? Are you out of your mind or what? Ay, ¿cómo que se iba a mover la muñeca si ahí está tirada y nunca? drástico ni que pudiera caminar. Se lo juro. You're just imagining, right? It's not real. Okay? So, something invisible, as I was saying right now, it could be a ghost, okay? You may run into your house and tell your mom, your dad, or brother or sister, uncle, aunt, whoever it is right there at the moment, and you can go tell them, hey, you know what, come over here. I just saw this thing happening right here. I just saw this person. Okay, my grandpa that died like 10 years ago, he was standing right now, right here, next to the door. And they'll come up over here and say, like, what? What are you talking about? There's nobody here on the door. Okay, it's invisible for them, but probably you may be looking at it still. And you'll be saying, yeah, it's standing right there next to you. And somebody else is going to come and say, what? Are you crazy or what? There's nothing right here. Okay, so those could be some examples of invisible things as well, you guys. So let's go ahead and go into it deeper onto what this topic is going to be, into what we're going to be working for this week, you guys. Okay, so just before we move on, you guys, I want to talk a little bit about the story for this week, which is going to be the case of gasping garbage. Okay, what comes up to our mind? Okay, what do you think? All right, what image? Okay, can you have a view of from this name of this story of the week? Okay, if you close your eyes and start thinking, okay, the case of gasping garbage, right? What comes up to your mind? Okay, a place, a room where it is everything clean. Okay, it smells really good. All right, actually not. Okay, garbage. There's a lot of mess right there. Bags, plants, seeds, rocks. Okay, wood smells really bad. Okay, because commonly garbage is something that we don't like. Okay, for example, food. Okay, when you peel the food, okay, and then whatever is left over, you put it in the trash. Okay, there's the smell of an orange, for example. Then later on, you peel a lemon. Okay, and you put that rest of the fruit into the trash. Then later on, a watermelon, and so on. Okay, okay, whatever you don't like, you put it into the trash. A soda can. Okay, when you drink a soda, when you're finished it, you put it into the trash. Okay, so all of those smells, put them all together, mix them together, and it's not gonna smell good. Okay, so that may be something you may think of. Okay, so the case of the gasping garbage. Okay, garbage, you may think of a can, garbage can, okay, and a lot of trash outside. Probably. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this deeper, all right, even deeper, okay, because we're going to go over the vocabulary words, you guys. Remember, vocabulary words are really important because we're making our vocabulary even better, okay? These are words that right now at the moment we're not going to understand, okay? But after we read the definition, okay, we understand what they mean. Okay, if it's not clear, we can look for its translation into Spanish. Okay, if I'm reading the definition in English, but still I don't understand what he means, okay, well, let's go back and look for the translation of this word. Okay, the word, let's see, for example, one of the vocabulary words, judge. Okay, judge. What is it? Okay, I had my own judgment about the dog running really fast. Okay, yeah, there's this part of the word judge, but I I don't know what it means. What is judgment? Okay, I don't know. Okay, the judge, okay, was saying that because of his being guilty, okay, was going to spend 4 years at prison. Okay, yeah, but who is the judge? Why did he say he was going to spend 4 years in prison? I don't understand. Okay, well then let's go back into the dictionary, Spanish English dictionary, and look it up in Spanish. Okay, unthinkable. The word unthinkable. Okay, it has a prefix, remember? Prefix and also a suffix. We learned about this previously. What is a prefix? A part word that goes at the beginning of the base word. Okay, and then a suffix is this ending of the word. Okay, the last part of the word from the base word. Okay, we have the base word here, the suffix goes at the end. We have the base word here, and the prefix goes at the beginning. And the word unthinkable has both of them. Both. Prefix and suffix. Okay? Think. Okay, what is think? The base word. Think. Okay, we can all think about something happening. I'm thinking that with all of this sickness going out there, with all of these viruses, okay, I think that if I go outside that door, I'm gonna get sick. Okay? Which means the opposite of unthinkable, okay, I can't think. Alright, so it's, for example, it's unthinkable that if I go outside there, I'm not going to get sick. Okay? Well, that makes sense. Able, remember, able, okay, something you're able to do. Okay? Unthinkable. Okay? Well, I'm able to think the opposite. Okay? Why? As we said, if I go outside, it's unthinkable that I'm not going to get sick. Okay? If I go outside, most likely I'm going to get sick. So that's why I have to stay at home. All right? So let's see, you guys. I know you guys on this guide at home, you already have the vocabulary words, but still, you have to write them into your vocabulary notebook. Look for the definitions as we do in class. You have to write it 3 times each. You have to do pyramids, and you have to put them in alphabetical order, okay, and so on, as we do in class. All right, so in this case, for Monday, April 20th, you guys, I want you guys to write these words. I'm going to go ahead and pronunciate them for you so that you don't have doubts on how to pronunciate these words, so that you don't have any doubts on how this word sounds. Okay, for example, first word, pretending. Okay, pretending. Next word, judge. Judge. Okay, third word, unthinkable. Unthinkable. All right, fourth word, illusion. Illusion. Fifth word, rise. Rise. Okay? Sixth word, fooled. Fooled. Seventh word, invisible. Invisible. Now, eighth word, deceiving. Deceiving. Ninth word, astonished. Astonished. And the 10th word, okay, disappeared. Disappeared. Okay, so there you are, all 10 vocabulary words. You have to write them into your vocabulary notebook. Look up for the definition for today. Okay, remember, you have to write the vocabulary words and look for its meaning. Okay, we already read the big question of the week, so let's go ahead and continue. Okay, we also already did the concept map. And the next one, which it is, let's see, we have to read the content of page 10, and you have to write on your notebook, you guys, an example of when you compare and contrast something. Remember, when you compare something, what do you write? You write the similarities of something. Okay? If I'm comparing, let's see, for example, okay? Give me 1 second. I'm going to be back with you really quick. Okay? I'm comparing these two shares. What can I compare of them? Okay? Both of them are brown. Both of them can open. Both of them are heavy. Okay? Both of them are medium size. Okay? Both of them have leather. Okay? Both of them have 4 feet. Okay? And so on. We can compare the similarities on them. Okay? We can compare what they both are alike. Okay, but here we go. I have a different example for you. I have another type of share. Okay, I brought my own material here for you. Now, we're going to contrast. What about the shares? Okay, remember we just talked about this ones over here, but I have a different type of share over here, just like the ones we really often see at school. Okay, so what about them? Okay, this share is brown, it's colored. Now we're going to contrast it. This share is red. Okay, now another things that we can contrast. This one can bend. This one it can't. All right, this one, its way of sitting is different than this one because this one is always stiff. Okay, the foots on the ground for this share, they're always still. While this one, they can blend. Okay, they can put it higher, lower, however you want. All right. The material is different. It's plastic instead of leather. Okay, this one is softer. Okay, we can see it right here. It has sponge. Okay, while this one is really hard. Okay, so those are things that we can contrast on them. All right, just 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry guys. Let's move on. Okay, so I want you to write on your notebook, okay, something that you can compare and contrast, all right, out of anything. Okay, choose something from your house. Okay, I have right here with me, okay, some fruits that I brought for today. Okay, okay, I brought an orange, I brought an apple. Okay, what is similar for them? Okay? What is similar? All right? I can say that I can use both of them, okay, to eat. The orange, I can eat it as well, right? And how can I contrast them? Well, they're color. What color is this? Reddish color, right? And this one, orange. What other thing can I contrast on them? Okay, the orange seeds are bigger than the apple seeds. Okay, the inside of the apple is a clear color, like white or so, while the orange is the same color, orange. Okay, the orange is juicy, while the apple it's more like a solid texture. All right, so those are the type of things that we can contrast. All right, so in your notebook, you guys, I want you to choose 2 things at home, okay, that you can find some similarities and you can compare and you can find some differences. You can contrast. Okay, so out of that, you guys, I want you to do it in your notebook and take a picture to it and send it to me. All right, that's going to be your homework. All right, that's going to be part of your homework. I'm sorry. So let's see. Also, we're going to go to page 40, okay, in your notebook so that we can answer, compare, and contrast. Okay, you're going to have as well to write 5 different examples of something you can visualize when you're reading a story. Okay, and that's specific in this case, the story detective technique on page 11 on your note, on your book. I'm sorry, on your English book, Model 4. Remember? Okay, so on page 11 right there, you guys, you have this interesting story, detective technique. Okay, and you're going to write 5 different examples of what you can visualize. All right, remember, right? Very at the beginning, I was telling you guys, if you read something and you just read the text, you go on and on and on, and you don't start thinking, you don't start making images on your mind, it's going to be really boring. Okay, so I want you to read something at home, but I want you to visualize what's going on in that text. I want you to start thinking. Okay, a ver. Voy a leer este texto, pero lo voy a leer así nada más corridito, así como va, como dice una oración tras otra, y así, así, así. Pues qué aburrido, ¿ok? No le hallo sentido, no tiene caso, no, sí, ya lo leí, ok, ya terminé de leerlo, sí, ahí pongo el libro y ¡pum! ¿Verdad que no? Otro sentido, visualizando, ok, a ver, bien, voy a agarrar este texto. Pero no solamente voy a leer, no solamente estoy viendo y pronunciando las palabras. También me voy a meter en el texto, ¿ok? A ver, estoy leyendo, había una fiesta donde andaba un payasito muy alegre, que gritaba, que brincaba, que hacía muchos ruidos, que había un pastel bien delicioso, grande y de color azul, ¿ok? De 3 pisos, ¿ok? A ver, ok, ahora sí voy a visualizar, estoy dándome cuenta que eso que estoy leyendo puede ser un paisaje de una fiesta. Ok, hay un payaso, hay un pastel, el payaso hace ruidos, brincas. Ok, bueno, me estoy metiendo en ese texto, ¿verdad, niños? Alright, so this is what I want you to do, okay, with the story detective technique. Okay, I want you to give me 5 examples of what you could visualize. All right, so you guys, really quick right here, let's go ahead and read the page 40. Okay, let's answer it. Okay, let's go over it all together. Obviously, I'm not going to give you the answers, but I want you guys to have a clear idea. Okay, so let's go to page 40, you guys. Okay, and see what it is about. It says at the very top, compare and contrast. Okay, I'm going to be reading it with you. Okay, so follow me, you guys. Okay, compare and contrast. Okay, I'm going to get myself a share. Okay, just give me 1 second, you guys. Here I am. I'm back with you. Okay, here we go. So let's read all together. Okay, it says compare and contrast. Okay, point number 1. To compare and contrast means to tell how 2 or more things are alike and different. Just as we were saying right now, with the examples I was giving you with the orange and the apple, with the chairs. Okay, remember, those are really good examples of comparing and contrasting. Right, let's move on to the next point. Clue words such as like and as can show similarities, okay, things that are the same, okay, just as examples. Clue words such as however and instead can show differences. Okay, so when you come up to a word, however, when you come up to a word instead, you can notice that they are comparing something, but they're going to be one different thing from one to another. All right? So focus on those clue words, you guys. Let's see. Let's go ahead and read the directions, you guys. 6. Read the following passage, then complete the diagram by comparing and contrasting magic tricks with special effects. Okay? So let's go ahead and read this short text. Give me 1 second, you guys. All right. Okay. Let's see. The text says like this. Follow me, please. Have you seen strange creatures and amazing superheroes in movies? Today, special effects are like the stage magic performed for years and years, but they are even harder to figure out. For years, magicians have used quick hands and distractions to make something seem to appear or disappear. In a similar way, special effects make you think you are seeing something that doesn't really exist. Remember, as we were saying at the beginning, you guys, to create movie magic, special effects artists use computers to create moving pictures that fool the eye. When you see them unfolding in front of you, both magic tricks and special effects seem real. They both work because of the hard work of people who love to entertain us. All right? So, right here, you guys, we have so many things that we can compare and contrast. We have a lot of answers to compare and contrast different things. Okay? So, I want you to answer this page right here in this square right here at the bottom where it says special effects and magic tricks. Okay? What is something that it is alike? All right? We can put right there on the first box, both seem real. Okay? What do they seem real like? What about it? Okay? So we're going to put the things alike. Right there we have number 1, number 2, and that's in column. On the next column, on the other side of this box, we have number 3, 4, and 5. Right here, we're going to put the differences, okay, about these tricks. Okay, so on the first box, right here, it's already written, both seem real. Okay, now what is the difference on them? Okay, you're going to write them right there, you guys. Okay, so with this compare and contrast exercise, which is really simple, really easy, because we already talked about it in the previous classes as well. All right, we already learned and we already know what all of this is going to be about, you guys. So you shouldn't have any trouble answering this really simple exercise. Okay, you shouldn't have any issues. And with this story, the detective techniques, remember, you also have to compare and contrast. All right, on page 10. Okay, let's go ahead and read together the information on it, and then we can go ahead and move on to detective techniques. Okay, so let's see. Compare and contrast, page number 10. All right. Again, when you compare and contrast, you tell how 2 or more things are alike and different. Point number 2, you can compare and contrast 2 or more things you read about, or compare something you read about with something you already know. Okay, there's this little different part right here. There's something you already know about, okay? And so if you're reading something, you can compare it to something that you already know, okay? If there's something on a picture, okay, that it seems a little different than what you already know, you can compare and contrast it, okay? What is the same out of it? What is the different out of it, okay? I know that this is such and such way, but as I read it, it explains it different. Okay, so you can compare and contrast that way as well. Let's see. On the third point, right there, it says use the graphic organizer below to compare and contrast Encyclopedia Brown and Nancy Drew as you read detective techniques. Okay, we're going to put the things that are alike and we're going to put the things that are different. Okay, right there where it says two things in the text, one thing in the text with something I already know. Okay, so other than just comparing what it is on the text, you're also going to compare with something that you already know. All right, so remember here comes visualize, as we were saying since earlier. Okay, good readers visualize as they read. Visualizing helps readers form mental pictures of what they are reading to help them understand ideas and information. Try to picture in your mind what the author has written to help the story come to life. Okay, as I was saying, you're not just going to read something just because. Okay, you're going to read something, but in order for you to understand it better, and in order for this reading to make it funnier or more interesting, you're going to start imagining whatever you're reading. Okay, it's not entertaining when you read something just because. Okay, just because you have to do it. Okay, instead, anything you read, if you're making yourself some pictures on it, even on the newspaper, when you're reading it and you're making yourself pictures about what you're reading, that's a lot better. Okay, believe me, you're going to enjoy what you're reading if you do it that way. Okay, so now you guys, on page 11 right there, let's go ahead and read together the page, which it is the story, Detective Techniques. Remember, pay really close attention. You have to compare and contrast things, okay, that are in the text, or you may compare and contrast things with something you already know to put that in practice, okay? And if possible, go ahead and visualize something, some words or some sentences from that text, okay? So let's go ahead and read it all together. Detective techniques. Kim and Thomas were talking about books they like to read. Okay, I really enjoy a good suspenseful detective mystery story, Kim said. All right. Me too, said Thomas. Who's your favorite? I think Encyclopedia Brown is great, Kim said. I love when he closes his eyes and pieces the clues together. Really? I get bored when he does that, Thomas answered. I like the way he listens to all the facts about a crime and then tells about all the way it might have been committed. Sometimes he's got the mystery figured out before he goes to the crime scene. Then there's Nancy Drew, said Kim. She really jumps right in and starts snooping around. She's always exploring the crime scene, going into spooky old house and deserted castles searching for a clue. I get the shivers when the story gets dark and creepy, but I still have to keep reading. That's what I love about mysteries, Tom said. That suspenseful feeling, knowing something is going to happen, but you don't know what. Me too, Kim said, but I really look forward to the end when the mystery is solved and the detective let us know what clues led to solving the crime. All right, guys, so here it is. We already read detective techniques. So I want you guys to uh, write on your books, on your notebooks right there, what you can compare and contrast, and write as well what a specific part of the stories you could visualize. Okay? Because it's interesting. It has a lot of information right there that you can work with to compare and contrast, and that you can use to visualize. All right? It's a short story, but it has a lot of material there for you to give me those answers. All right, guys? Right here on the sides of the page to the right, left column, I'm sorry. Okay? It says skill. Contrast King's and Tom's reaction to Encyclopedia Brown. How are their reactions different? Okay, so compare both King's and Tom's. Okay, so compare both of them. How are they different? Okay, write them in that space right there. Then strategy. It gives us a strategy right there, you guys. If you visualize the spooky houses and empty castles, you will understand the suspenseful feeling Kim experiences. Okay, obviously, you're going to start thinking, okay? In the text, is saying it, all right? But in your mind, you're making that picture. Okay, so that's going to make it more interesting, and it's going to make it easier for understanding. Okay, now, in the skills, says at the very bottom right there. Compare what both Kim and Thomas love about mysteries. Discuss how they are the same. Okay? So there you go. Kim and Thomas, okay, love mysteries. Discuss how they are the same. Okay, so you guys, this is going to be it for today. Okay, we're only going to work until page 11. We have it all. We read it together. I gave you the explanations. I read this text for you. Okay, we talked about vocabulary words. We talked about compare and contrast. We talked about visualizing. Okay, so I'm really sure you don't have any doubts regarding today's class. Okay, and still, if something happens to be right there that you didn't understand or that you didn't follow up with me, okay, I'm here for you. All right, I can definitely help you out. All right, don't doubt about it. And well, you guys, also just before I let you go, remember, please, you guys, don't go outside. Please remember to use hand sanitizers every time you go outside if you happen to go outside. Because you can't. Okay? It's not an option right now. It's not that if you like, if you want to or don't want to, if you like to go out or if you don't like to. Okay? Right now, at this point, you guys, this isn't an option. Okay? This isn't an option. The only option you have is to stay at home. Okay? Just as I'm doing, just as many of us are doing. All of you teachers, I'm really sure, okay, all of the teachers from college, they are all at their house, okay, staying to save their self safe. Why? Because when all of this is over, I want to see all of you there, and we want you to see all of us back at school. Okay? So, you guys, please listen to me. Listen to your mom. Listen to your dad. Don't go outside. Okay? There's no reason for you to be outside when you know that if you go outside, you're going to get sick. You're going to be in big trouble. Okay, we don't want that at all. Please, I want to see all of you back. All right, so let's stay home and let's focus in our own health. So again, like it says right here, okay, learn at home. Okay, so other than this, I don't think there's nothing more important out there than learning. Okay, and in order for you to learn, I already did this video for you. Okay, so that you don't have to go outside. So there's no excuses, you guys. Stay at home, and that's it. Okay. So you guys, I hope everything is going on really good with you. I hope every single one of you is really happy and excited about these videos and excited about everything we did for you. Spanish teachers, English teachers, and all of us, we're preparing the best we can for you to have the best education, okay? So you guys, keep yourself safe, okay? Listen to your parents, and I'm going to see you tomorrow with the next class, okay? You have a good day now. God bless you. Bye.